Hey, Maynard.
Man, is Maynard named after anyone?
Maynard is named after the former Chicago Bears punter, pretty much the best punter they ever had. A lot of people think he's named after Maynard from the band Tool.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
But that's who he's named after. He's named after the best Chicago Bears punter ever.
Ah, man, I really thought it was the guy from... I couldn't remember. Like, I knew there was a band guy who was named Maynard.
Yep, it's Tool.
Okay, from Tool.
All of
That makes
Tool's
sense.
stuff is on Spotify, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to go listen to it, but I just, Again, it's like what we talked about with Netflix. I'm like, if I'm gonna listen to something, it better be a podcast that I'm absolutely diehard for, or again, 80s or 90s. Like
Okay.
that's what and like some 2000s, but like mostly 80s and 90s music, or a podcast I'm really into. If I listen to something,
Okay.
I don't even listen to all the podcasts that I do. Like, I don't listen to the episodes all the way. Once I record them, I kind of like brush through them if I'm writing the description to make sure.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't listen to them really.
Wait, you do podcasts?
Actor's Worst Nightmare, wherever
John?
podcasts can be found. Yeah.
John,
Actor's
why do you
Worst.
tell me you're on a podcast?
Yeah, you were on that podcast with. I had you on my podcast. What'd you
But
think?
you never
was going
said
on?
it was a podcast.
Yeah.
You said it was... We were rehearsing for a work party.
It's basically I pulled an Ender's Game on you. Is what
What?
happened. Yeah.
John?
It was a simulation, but it was actually a live fire action. Congratulations, Craig. Your episode saved the world.
Man, bucket list checked. I always wanted to be on a podcast, and I'm like, man, how am I going to work that? Because I don't really have a pod, and I don't know how to cast, because I've never been fishing.
Yep. Actor's Worst Nightmare, wherever podcasts can be heard and listened to. Also follow the Massage Maniac podcast, same thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Two?
Yeah.
Two podcasts?
Yeah, that's the rule of the Sith. Only two.
Man, I don't even know you. You're on, wait, tell me, what's the other podcast?
The Massage Maniac podcast,
Yeah?
where I talk about massage.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can you say about massage? Like, how
What?
can you do a whole podcast on massage? It's just like,
easy.
no, listen, hey, listen. All you do is you're like, hey, massages feel good, get one.
Yeah.
Podcast over,
Yeah, all my episodes are
Podcast
3
over.
seconds, not including advertisements.
and then your next one is just the same thing, but you word it differently. It's like, hey, guys, want to feel good. How about a massage? There you go, podcast over again.
I'll have you know, there is an educational portion at the end of each of my episodes where I talk about a muscle, its origins, insertions, and its action.
Well, anytime you talk about a muscle and insertions, I think this is going somewhere else.
You're dirty.
That's why you need to change
Dirty.
your lingo and jargon if you want people to respect you. Stop talking about muscle insertions.
Oh Lord.
You could call it a what's another word for a muscle? Myo, and what's another word for insertion?
I don't know.
Placement.
Yeah. Myo placement.
Yeah. Myo placement.
Oh, that's fun.
Myo connection.
I'm gonna sip on this ginger ale.
Where'd you get the ginger ale?
That's what happens when you it's in my rider. You know what I mean? It's part of being on this production.
As part of being in a podcast, you just
Yeah.
get ginger ale all day?
You just get ginger ale and whatever you want to have
Man,
on
no
there.
wonder
with you.
I've never had a podcast.
I
I
know.
don't know all the rules.
You don't have to if you're good enough.
Did you buy that ginger ale yourself?
No.
What? Free ginger ale
Yeah.
for being in a podcast.
Well, I mean, my dad bought it for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh well, I don't have a dad.
That sucks.
That's not true. I have one.
Oh, good. Oh, I thought this was going to take a weird turn for a second.
I was just going for a little sympathy play since I don't have a podcast like you.
Oh, well, I mean, you can be on my podcast again at some point. But this time you'll be ready because you'll know you're going onto a podcast.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know.
Yep. Now, again,
I've been-
Ender's Game. Would he have done as well if he knew he was actually battling aliens? Probably not.
Probably not. He wouldn't have done what he had to do. But I could have saved some time. I've been spending the last 6 months planning out how to be on a podcast.
6
and now
months?
I know I've already been. Yeah.
It didn't take that long. You really just push record and then talk. It's not.
What?
It's not difficult. Yeah, that's what I do.
There. What about all the pre? I mean, that's how the podcast starts. Obviously, you push a button in. But what about all the pre-planning phase?
Well, I plug in my microphone and I preamp and I make sure
No,
the
but
camera's
before
ready.
that, didn't you have to plan out like
No.
everything?
I
What you're
just
gonna
riff.
talk about?
I just
how many?
riff. Just riffing.
You went to school to riff, though, right?
Yep, exactly.
You learned how to riff at riff school.
Yeah,
It's better than
a raff school. Riff raff.
riff raff.
A raff school would be even worse. A raff school, everything would be pre thought out. Would be boring.
Well, that's what I thought you had to do.
No.
Pre-plan.
No. You just push record and you just let the wind blow you where it's going to take you.
Wait, is that a fart joke?
Yeah, sometimes you just let it out and let the fart go where it's going to go. Sometimes it's right in your date's mouth. Sometimes it's just in a room with no sound and everybody wonders who did it. But you don't admit it because there's no way they can prove it.